The
So
first
it's in two.
two. Yeah, and the ending of the first one was
Sick.
yeah, dude. It was. They do some wild shit on them shows.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Stochastic.com MLB strategy show. Welcome back from the weekend. Hopefully you guys had a nice one. Dave Loughran and Josh Engleman breaking it all down. He's here a couple more days until he heads off to the land of ire. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Not much. I'm gonna be made out of Guinness in a couple days. It's the only thing in my bloodstream.
That's how you want it.
Guinness and proper number 12 Irish whiskey.
Yeah?
I don't know. I feel like I have
You
to
like
drink
that
it if I'm
stuff?
over. No, I've never even taken a sip of it. But if I'm going to be on Connor's homeland, I feel like I got to knock one back.
I feel like that would be wildly ill-advised.
Yeah. Here's
Like
the
you
real
could,
problem. Here's what I didn't realize. Conor McGregor was supposed to be fighting this Saturday, and I was going to be in Ireland for it.
that would have been pretty cool.
Like, I can't imagine what the bars and shit are going to be like, especially if he goes and knocks him out. Oh my God, those people are going to be insane human
Do
beings.
people in Ireland love him?
I would imagine. Yeah,
Do
everyone
they?
does. I would guess. Yeah, they have to. Everybody in America loves him.
Just
Uh,
curious, dude.
my assumption is unequivocally yes. Maybe, just maybe, they've soured on him slightly a bit later, but I think that he is 100% just like a hero to them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which he
I
should
wasn't.
be.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure because he definitely has. He's outspoken and has some views that may not align with everybody.
Yeah, but it's Ireland, so they probably
They're
his views probably
very
align.
liberal country.
He I mean, they know what he really was before it blew up, which was just like a fucking dump plumber, no money and shit, and then turned himself into this. So
Why
I
isn't
think
he fighting?
he got hurt
Ah,
ish.
that sucks.
Got hurt slash, if you listen to Chael Sonnen, had to go to rehab. It's up in the
Oh,
air.
really?
Yeah, he's
He
claiming
was
this bullshit big toe injury.
he was
Or
definitely on gear, right? I mean, he blew up.
yeah, yeah, dude, he got out
I
of the
don't pay
testing.
close attention to this. I just saw pictures of him. I was
He
like,
got
oh
out of
my
the
God,
testing
dude.
pool when he broke his leg in the last fight. He got out of the testing pool and I think took everything on the planet that you could take to get back, which I don't blame him one bit for.
He looked damn good, I tell you that much. He looked
Yeah, I
good.
mean, he looks nothing like he used to, and I don't think that's a good thing for his fighting. But when you have $100 million in the bank, you could do whatever the hell you want, and you shouldn't listen to me for anything.
Don't do proper number 12 though. Go do some other stuff there.
I got to
I've
do
drank it many
one.
times. It's not,
Like,
you don't though. Like, I mean, you're going there to
I'm
get,
not going to enjoy anything I order in that vein.
okay.
Whatever
Fair enough,
Irish
man.
whiskey they put in front of me, I will not be happy that I have.
Really?
Yeah. None of it's good.
What?
None of that is good.
What? What do you, I don't understand.
Like, they're all the same thing. It's all just death in an ounce and a half.
So you just don't enjoy the taste of whiskey then is what you're saying.
Not
I
particularly.
do. I
Not
like it. Like
particularly.
I'll sip whiskey. Yeah. Till the lights
Oh,
are out.
I will do that too. I mean, I'm more of a bourbon style dude, but
You drink like Hennessy.
yeah, which is good.
But I'm
It's
saying
smooth. It's
you're going there
soft.
to
It
drink.
doesn't feel like you just swallowed lit matches.
You're drinking the wrong whiskey, brother.
I'm drinking the right cognac, is what I know.
Anyway,
I'm telling you, I'll get a good bottle of cognac when we're in New York, and I'll let you drink it.
you think they have Tito's in Ireland?
I would imagine
I don't know how that stuff works.
they probably. I don't know. What
I'm
do you mean?
super I'm
Like
extremely
imports?
Yeah, well, I understand that places import stuff, but I'm very uncultured when it comes to
Like,
other countries. No, just Europe and stuff like that. Although I will say, I know like my buddy was there. They had like Miller Lite and stuff there.
yeah.
Which
I mean,
like, but
Ireland in
why?
particular, I assume is just like shitty America.
if Americans didn't travel to Ireland for tourism, they probably wouldn't have any. They probably wouldn't have any
It would be a lot less
American.
interesting. It would be a
Yeah,
lot less
that's
interesting.
all.
Now,
Although,
Austria, I have no idea what Austria is going to have in terms of like standard American fare. Probably relatively minimal. Ireland, on the other hand, I assume I'm getting a
yeah,
Budweiser and it's not going to be a struggle.
be cool if they brought in some like IP. I mean, I have some breweries around here that just like in my town, I got 3 or 4 breweries just within a mile of each other.
Yeah, I
Phenomenal.
feel like me getting an IPA in Ireland is going to be a hard hunt.
You think so?
I can't imagine that's very popular.
Why not?
I think you're going to get a lot of like lagers,
Sure. I mean,
pilsners,
Guinness obviously is
and
like the
then your
thing.
Guinness style, your harp,
Let
stuff
me
like
know
that.
because I have genuinely zero clue about it. Let me know.
Same. I mean, like,
Yeah.
obviously, like in Dublin, they're going to have everything because it's just going to be an
Yeah.
international city that just has that kind of shit. On the outskirts, I assume you're just getting whatever, like,
Right.
whatever Ireland's like Yingling is.
Right. Anyway, hey, happy to have you guys with us. Take a single second, if you don't mind, atone for your sins this morning. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Goes a long way for us. We appreciate you in advance. And anytime you want to listen in podcast form, close the phone out, do what you got to do. Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever it may be. Thank you, Francisco, atoning right now, my man. Yeah, takes a second. It's just a subtle reminder. We forget. We have busy lives. I get it. But dude, this slate, the first thing that jumped off the page to me was that Rodri Munoz is pitching in Kaufman Stadium. Now, what's funny about that is you and I've talked about it a lot. It's like it's not the greatest homer park, but outside of Coors Field, Kaufman Stadium's the best doubles and triples park in the entire league. It's going to be 98 degrees there with winds blowing out 11 miles per hour to left field.
Were you a 98 degrees guy by any chance?
I bet you were, but no, I wasn't.
You are spot on.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I bet you did.
Yeah, no, I was not into the boy bands, no.
Me neither.
And I don't say that to like, define a level of masculinity that isn't already
You,
very
you do.
present on the screen.
You
But
you are very, very much saying this to define the
no,
masculinity between the two of us.
because I listen to plenty of music um that would probably wipe that off the board. What I'm saying
98
is
degrees, hardest
boy
thing, man.
bands
That
are
track
not the ones for
smash.
me. Yeah, I'm like you went to concerts for him and stuff.
No,
You're like in there
never.
with what
No,
they call them teeny boppers.
I don't go to concerts in general.
Okay. Anyway,
I've been to like 3
um,
concerts in my life.
Eric Johnson, how big is that TV? I've worked a little optical illusion here, brother, and I'm glad to see it's working. Ready? Watch this.
Do you
Hey,
do you
here we go.
do you do that with your ding dong too? Make it look bigger than it appears, like one of those
I'd have to
rear view
make it look
mirrors?
smaller.
Yeah,
No,
you wish.
I don't know how you do that. You just
You
get a
only
really small
only you
wife.
only let Justine look at it through your side mirrors. Baby, don't look right at it. It's like an eclipse. You can't stare straight at it. You got to look at it through a mirror.
Yeah, I was gonna say, never mind. Uh, anyway, that spot though, for real, is a 5.9 run total for the Royals today.
Well, they're my second most exposed team, and Bobby Witt, I think, might just be the best hitter on the slate.
I love him, man. I grabbed over higher than 10 fantasy points for the underdog video today. Just love that spot. By the way, we don't have to dig too far into this, but his home and road splits for a guy that hits a lot of doubles and triples they'll blow your mind. This park is tailor-made for Bobby Witt.
Yeah, 195 WRC plus at home, 96 on the road this year.
Can you look at this is crazy. Look at his extra base hits I can tell you, his extra base hits at home and on the road. He has 20 doubles and triples combined at home and 7 on the road, despite 16 more at bats on the road.
It's staggering.
Shocking.
If you want to go last calendar year, so the last 365 days, he's basically the exact same amount of plate appearances. It's separated by 11. At home, 37 doubles and 30 homers. I'll throw out triples for right now, just to not add up more numbers. 67 doubles plus homers at home. 26.
That's what I'm
on the
saying.
road. It's like a third.
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, like 108 WRC plus on the road is like, all right, like Bobby Witt's having a, for a shortstop, that's like awesome on the road. 173.
Oh, it's close. Yeah, that's
290 ISO at home.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's nuts.
So here's what's interesting though. Righty power in Kansas City, 93 park factor. Lefty homers, 79. So it's not as bad as it seems for him, because for righties, it's just like a little bit of a bite out of it. Lefties just die there.
Exactly. Also, this is not fake when I say this. Kaufman Stadium for righties is legitimately comparable to Coors Field for non-homer extra base hits. Like it's not Coors Field at all, but it's so good for doubles and triples. It's phenomenal. So yeah, it's a good spot for Bobby.
That's why everyone should roster a lot of Bobby Witt today.
Also, Munoz, look up the numbers that he's allowed to lefties. Vinny P and MJ Melendez, I have homer plays on both of them, separate books. I got plus 450 on Caesars for Vinny Pasquantino. Yeah, I know.
I don't know what's worse, the 250 X ISO to righties over 250 pitches, or the 333 to lefties. I mean, crazy. Look, one of Witt, Perez, or Nelson Velasquez are homering today.
Dude, I mean, Pasquantino and...
I'm just naming righties for right now.
I hear you. So here's why I'm naming lefties. You're going to like this. So against lefties on the season so far, Rodri Munoz against lefties, here it is, has allowed, you won't even believe this, 8 home runs on 64 batters faced.
12% of the people.
Crazy. That's 1 out of every 8 lefties that faces him is homering.
Oh, man.
You know what his home runs per 9 is versus lefties? 5.1.
That's like some people's strikeout rate.
Yeah. It's remarkable. 979 xFIP or FIP.
I mean, the Royals have the craziest run total for today. Like, everything looks good for KC.
Sean V, you get hung up on this. He said Greg and Lindy spent half the show trashing Munoz and he went out and dominated the Mets. Let's at least be intellectually honest here for a second, Sean. And most of the time hold on a second. Most of the time I appreciate you. He had a decent start. The very next start, he went out against St. Louis, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, and 3 homers in 4 innings against St. Louis. He got annihilated by St. Louis. How could you blame Greg and Eric for talking about this guy like he's not good? He's made 6 starts and he's allowed multiple homers in 4 of them, 3 homers and 4 homers in 2 separate games. The guy has been an absolute nightmare if you're the Marlins from a power perspective. So yes, you can look at that Mets game and we can laugh and go, oh man, they talked shit on Munoz. Or you could say, all in all, he's been so bad. Like, I'll take my chances every day of the week with essentially a 6-run implied total, 100-degree temperatures and winds blowing out to left field.
I mean, Sean V's a moron. What more do you want?
Somebody tweeted at me the other day. They go, the moment Laffy said, who did I say? Because we were on the same page. Who did I say strikeout stuff disappeared? Andrew Abbott. Someone's like, the moment Laffy said that, or asked where Andrew Abbott's strikeout stuff has gone. I jammed him in every lineup. And I'm just thinking, like, why? I mean, sure, if you're all I was doing was making an observation. And then Abbott went out and struck out like 10 or 11. But
Sure did.
what would be the purpose of that? The only question was, where did his strikeout stuff go?
I hate everybody, man. Everybody. Whole planet. Whole planet.
Lewis gave up 3 homers to St. Louis in 4
Yeah,
innings.
but one time he didn't.
Correct. He gave up 2 homers to Chicago, 4 homers to the Dodgers, 2 to Cleveland. He gives up so much power, immense power. He has decent strikeout stuff too, but he's striking out or he's giving up a homer.
Yeah, but this guy that was the number 21 prospect for the team that is going to be a reliever if he ever has a career, definitely got the Mets out once.
We have them with the 13.8% top stack probability, highest on the slate.
You know what's really funny? I have it exactly the same on both. 13.8 top stack, 9.7 top value. I have the exact same numbers.
That's awesome. I have a stupid amount of Kansas City stacks right now.
They're one of my most exposed stacks. Bobby Witt's carrying a lot of like my overall exposure, but I have 7 5-mans.
Okay.
My second most exposed 5-man.
These are the type of spots where I'm willing to just not be right. Like, I don't care, you know, and the argument that the Kansas City's cold right now. Yeah. Well, can't be cold forever.
See, like, what I really love is when Dummy McDumdum in chat goes, Paxton is actually on pace for a career season at age 35 with the old 5.18 xFIP, 5.4 Sierra, 4.9 regular FIP, been worth 0.2 wins above replacement, 5.8 strikeouts per 9. What are we talking about here? Career season. This is the worst season of his career by a mile. But
he said when Paxton's on the mound, the Dodgers win.
He has never been worse in 66 innings in his life. Never. 237 BABIP. He's been lucky. That's been helping him out a little bit for sure. The old 15% K rate, 12% walk rate. But yeah, he's been great.
He has a 3%.
Why do we acknowledge this moron in chat? Honestly.
Yeah. He has a 3% K minus BB rate.
Oh, he had a really good start against the Rockies. I think he righted the ship.
I have 85% Bobby Witt right now.
Yeah, I mean, I had 40, and that was only because I knocked that one back. Yeah, I'm going to ignore the 3.4 ERA, you know, the worst stat you could look at. You did this to me, by the way. You did this.
Me?
Yeah. If you just ignored the stupidity, everything would have been fine. But now we're trying to pitch that James Paxton is somehow having a good year this year.
He was railing on Eric and Greg for talking about a pitcher that had been awful.
Yeah, because he's dumb. He is an unintelligent human being. We should not acknowledge that. We should send him to, I don't know, anywhere else.
I like Sean Vick.
Yeah, but like,
I do.
You know, I like him in that.
I think his takes can be wild sometimes, but I think it adds to the chat.
I guess. I just like, what are we doing?
You and him should do like a collab video for like a baseball slate.
There's plenty enough bad DFS advice out there. I'm sure you could go join up one of those sites.
What do we do for pitching? We've gotten a deep into this show talking about only a couple of spots. Well, actually,
that's fine. There's only 2 pitchers to talk about for me today.
Here we go again.
Did Josh just admit to liking Sean V? That's what you took out of that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that was what was intended.
Yeah, do you have like a translator on? Because
Rick
I use
Anderson,
a lot of verbiage that I don't use to people I like.
Rick Anderson, is Witty Boy worth the play tonight or too much money? Like I said, I have more I have more Bobby Witt than anybody by a mile. So yeah, I have a ton of him.
He was my naturally most exposed guy. He's now tied with O'Neal Cruz, but either way.
So who are these only two pitchers you're getting to?
Technically 2.5, but 2 are extreme.
Who, Freddie and Cole?
No, I don't ever get Cole Reagan. Freddie, though,
Really?
yes. Yeah. Freddie for sure. I'm rarely like extra special high on a pitcher. I think this is the spot where I'm going to be. I have a lot. The strikeout stuff today is massive. 9,500 looks great. I hate the park for it. This is not the strongest Rangers team right now. I'm expecting a lot of strikeouts out of Freddie Peralta. So I have a ton of him. I am over on Crochet. But that is not the guy that I have a huge stand. The other guy is Griffin Canning.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
And that's just, I don't think Oakland's very good. Griffin Canning is 6,100. His strikeout prop looks great. He's just wildly underpriced for this matchup.
Sean, just to be clear then, right? Royals have been bad. You appear to be high. So just to be clear, you're playing Rodri Munoz today, right? Because that's the impression I got. Put your money where your mouth is, brother. I want to see that. I want to see it. Also,
what's he going to do? Stuff pennies and nickels into his mouth? What money? What are you talking about? He's going to have a mouthful of loose change from the couch cushions?
You're on one today, man. Coming back refreshed from the weekend.
He's going to be cashing in T-bills and bonds and stuff that his grandmother got him when he was 4 years old.
Oh, we got to do our homer picks to give everybody, we got to put one in chat as well.
No, hell no, Laffy. He's also not on the thing that he's been advocating for.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to be right in those situations.
Yeah. Unless he's saying he's doing neither. Fine. But
I'm talking about the Royals stack that's going to end up as huge chalk, probably. It's crazy that the 5.6 run implied total Royals that look like they're 6/10 of a run ahead of every other team might possibly grab some ownership today.
We have it at 6-1.
Yeah, total. There you go. Can't believe those. They're getting ownership.
Give me JJ Bleday. Now, yeah, give me Bleday as mine. So our first 3 homer parlay, we didn't hit one. Second one, we hit 1. So I think we're just climbing the ranks. So today, maybe 2. Get 3. By the way, guys, if you're doing these with us, bet them straight too. Because, all right, for example, we did that parlay the other day, right? The 3 homer parlay. It was Friday. I singled the Jock Peterson parlay. I think I had like 0.4 units on that and ended up, you had nice profit over the parlay. Like the parlay doesn't have to hit.
I got mine. So you gave out Bleday, right?
Yes. Well, I got it at plus 420. I think you said it's plus 400 now, which I'd still be okay with.
Yeah, best I see out there right now is 400, which is fine. I'm going O'Neal Cruz. It's plus 450 at FanDuel, and it's like overwhelmingly my number 1 play.
All right, so we have O'Neal Cruz. We have JJ Bleday. Those are the 2 that are locked in. Now we got to get the vote in chat. I'm going to throw one in there for everybody to decide on. You're going to throw one in there.
I am.
And then if chat has one that they want to throw in there, we can make that as a third option and get it from there. So I know you don't like this one, but I'm going to go MJ Melendez.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not my personal favorite, but I'm going to throw out another. I'm going to throw out another.
I got it at 450 plus 450, but don't do another pirate. They'll nuke the odds on us. It's not worth it. Like you don't get your parlay odds get screwed on. You know what I mean?
You're good. I got you.
I like that one too, but
let's go Manny Machado plus 440.
Okay.
Lefty Corbin on the hill.
I like that. Sure. Okay.
Park 125 park factor to righty power.
Love it. All right, so we have Machado. Melendez
Here,
is 420 now.
220 x ISO for Machado and 415 plate appearances over the past 2 seasons against lefties like Corbin. We're in great shape here.
Big time. I like that. I was actually going to throw Bobby Witt in there, but the odds on FanDuel just aren't really friendly to us. I actually like.
Yeah, let me
Witt.
see what I have here. No, I don't. That's plus
That's what I
310
mean.
is terrible.
No, it's not
Even
good.
plus 360 at BetMGM isn't
Not great.
enough.
So keep MJ. Jordan, are you doing these? So we have MJ Melendez at plus 420. We have Manny Machado at, what's he at? 400 even?
440
440.
is what I see at least.
Let's pick one from chat here. Couple guys said Candelario. I don't hate that. Let me see the odds if we can get against the lefty Bailey Falter.
Plus 420.
Where are
I
the
have the
best
fair
odds
line at 420 is the FanDuel line. That is the best line. I've got it at 478.
Wow, a lot of books though have this at 300.
Yeah.
Just throw it in there.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I know we're showing the true odds a little longer than that, but just looking at the odds on some of these other books, like if you're betting this, FanDuel is far and away the best spot to bet it. My God. DraftKings is 310, Fanatics 310, ESPN 300, Pinnacle 300, Hard Rock 300. That's a big jump. So let's go. I'm a Candelario. Jordan, like get that poll up. What did we say he's at? Plus 420. Okay, so we got three of them in that 400 range. I'm gonna go. I'll go with the chat here. I'll go Candelario. I actually like that.
I'm going to go with Machado, but selfishly, that's because I think it's the best one.
Fair enough. Get your votes in there, guys. No reason. No excuses.
Right. There's 225 of you in here. There's absolutely no reason we don't have more than 50 votes. Who hits a home run? Like, even if you don't care about the parlay, who homers out of those three people? If you just want that answer to be your answer.
Eric Johnson, are you guys worried that Roger Munoz fly ball rate is only 43%? No, first of all, no, but his ground ball rate's only 33%. So like he's giving up a lot of line drives too. If we're talking from a DFS perspective here, he has a 16% barrel rate. He has a 31% home run to fly ball rate, dude. So 31% home run to fly ball rate.
I'm just never going to look at a fly ball rate for a guy that's faced 127 batters.
Even if you want to, the point is that when fly balls are hit, they end up being extra base hits or homers.
Yeah. I'm going to look a little bit more at the 2024 AAA stats for him across 41 innings with the 584 FIP. Maybe I'll look at the 2023 AAA stats across Atlanta and Washington, where he had the 533 FIP and the 630 FIP. This guy's just not good.
And by the way, Eric, 51% fly ball rate for lefties, in case you were wondering. But no, that doesn't worry me. It's when you say you look for 45% or higher to target homers off of, I would honestly recommend not doing that. Like if it's a league average fly ball rate, but the home run to fly ball rate is massive, does it, like if they're giving up a lot of hard contact, they get barreled at a high clip, and when fly balls are hit, they turn into homers. I don't care if they have a 40% fly ball rate, honestly.
I don't care what their fly ball rate is at all.
No. I look at that, but I'm using it in tandem with 1,000 other things. You know what I mean? It's not.
We should be using it in tandem with the fact that this guy fucking sucks.
He's been bad. He's been really.
He's been bad everywhere. He's been bad everywhere for 2 years. Even
against righties, where the surface numbers aren't bad, you look at the expected rates and they're terrible.
Everything in MLB, AAA, AA over the past 2 years plus has been an abomination.
I know you said you're only getting a handful of pitchers, but can we kind of work through this for a second and talk about how, like, there are a lot of pitchers that just aren't really viable on this slate?
Yeah, I mean, the whole mid tier is basically garbage. Like from Lance Lynn through Carson Spears, Corbin Medina, Spencer Howard, like it's all bad. If Spencer Howard pitches, last time we talked about Spencer Howard, he wasn't on the slate. All those guys are just like absolute no. You're basically never playing Paxton unless you're Sean V and you're incompetent. Schwellenbach, Lorenzen, Falter, Munoz, Spires, Corbin, Medina, Howard. You're not playing any of those guys.
No. It's
Sean will
really
play
difficult.
James Paxton because he's having a career year, but we want to make sure you capitalize on it. Um, Other than that,
Are you not playing James Paxton?
I didn't get to a single share of him, who might just be the worst play on today's slate, and I actually mean that.
What's he priced at?
He 7,700.
77. It's actually pretty expensive for Paxton.
Especially when you're putting up stats that make it look like you shouldn't be in the league anymore. Although Sean V's putting him on the All-Star team.
I'm having trouble really liking any of these guys. Um,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Tanner Houck for a second, but you are going up against, and I only mention this because he's actually very, very good, but it's just not a team that strikes out at a really high clip. I know
I don't have a single share of Tanner Houck. 10-5 in this
I
spot.
know.
Oof.
I know the bullpen's taxed. He's probably going to go deep into this game, assuming he doesn't get blown up. But that's an expensive price point. And the truth is, you have Cole Reagans. I know you don't have a ton of him, but Cole Reagans against Miami. Yes, it's hot there, but this guy's so good, man. Like he's fantastic. I will say though, even 10-1 on Cole Reagans, given the weather and a lefty in this park with winds blowing out to right, even though it's a good matchup, I'd be lying if I said I loved Cole Reagans today. I have a decent amount of him, but that worries me a little bit.
I only have 4%. He's a guy that I don't really get to all that frequently, which is a little surprising, but I think he's like properly owned or in and around that 20% mark. I have no problem for it. I just think Crochet looks better for $400 cheaper.
I have a lot of Freddie Peralta.
I have 82% of Freddie Peralta.
It feels like Peralta just hasn't been right. And then you get that last start where he was stellar. So it's more so just inconsistencies with Freddie Peralta all season long. I don't think anyone would really argue that, right? He's had some really great starts, like elite level starts.
Yeah.
And then he has these other outings where he can't find the strike zone, right? Like seriously, if you look, there's
5 walks against the Tigers,
5 walks against the Tigers,
6 against the Cubs, 5 against the Pirates. Like he's got a couple games where like just everybody gets on.
Exactly. Or he just can't find anything and it disappears. But then you look at last start and you go, oh wait, he's fine. Look at the start before that against Cincinnati. Only 1 walk, but he got destroyed. He got lit up back-to-back games.
He has faced the Marlins already this year. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 7 Ks, and a walk. Like, I will take that start.
He's got Texas today. Reagans has Miami.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I still had that game up in my sheet.
Even so, this Rangers offense hasn't even been that good.
No,
they don't strike out a lot.
No. They're certainly never good on the days that I roster them.
Yeah, they don't strike out a lot. But how about this? Their active roster has a bottom 6 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching this season.
Yeah, I mean, have you looked like the strikeout prop for Peralta is a little lower than what I'm getting, oddly enough. And I rarely am like extra high on these strikeout props, but it looks good. I want to say that he's at 6.5.
Oh, I thought like 5.5 overjuiced or something.
It's 5.5 minus 154. I might have saw 6.5 under before, but I have it at 7.
Yeah. Even so, that's fine.
This is a spot where I'm very high on it.
You probably did see that because there's minus 192 on Pinnacle 5.5. So like this is kind of it looks like it's edging towards just being a 6.5 by the time this locks.
I hope it is. We have him 26% top 2 pitcher. I have it at 31. So I'm a little higher on him, but like nothing too crazy. I think he's the best option today. I don't think that's even up for debate.
By the way, guys, if you're ever looking if you're ever looking for this stuff, like on oddshopper.com, our sports betting site, if you go to live odds, you can go to like Freddie Peralta prop, right? Go to the graph and then select the sports books, Josh. You can see exactly where the line movement was. Select what books you want it from. So like say you want Pinnacle and Circa and FanDuel and DraftKings, and you can see exactly where all that line movement came from and when it happened. So we could see exactly where that was. It's a really neat feature, like interactive tools to help you make betting decisions whenever you want.
Speaking of betting decisions, we need a couple more votes. Machado versus Candelario is real tight, and I'd like to get a couple extra votes in there to separate them.
All right, so let's do this. Can you guys who haven't voted? I don't anticipate every person voting, but there's 200, almost 70 people watching with us today. Can you vote on this poll? Who you want to add as the third player to our home run parlay? We already have JJ Bleday. We already have O'Neal Cruz, right? And now it's between Machado, Melendez, and Heimer Candelario. So I think we get a few more votes. We should be in business and we should be good to go here. And I will bet it, as I always do.
Checking to see if there's any value on any of them. Candelario to home run is, let's see, it's plus 420 on FanDuel. So we are giving up a little bit there. We are locked at 41% apiece for Machado and Candelario.
Wow.
I wish the MJ Melendez people could re-vote.
All right, well, we'll have to wait another minute.
We are
really neat.
Tied.
Give me one more vote.
Oh, Machado. Somebody broke the tie with Machado.
With Candelario. All right, want to do Machado?
Seems like that's the one.
All right, so here it is. The Monday, June 24th stochastic homer parlay of the day right here on the strategy show. Because when we hit one of these, it's going to be bedlam, Josh. JJ Bleday, Manny Machado, that's the audience vote. I like that. Okay, he's pulling away with it now, so I'm okay with this.
Up to 77 votes, by the way.
Nice. And O'Neal Cruz. There we have it. All three of them, pretty good spots today. We're locked in. Let's do it. Should we, by the way, let me pull this up. And can you start digging in for a second, just so we don't have any dead air here? First of all, your thoughts on Griffin Canning, because I believe you're getting a lot of him. Now, I do have Bleday against him, but it's a great lefty-friendly power park. I think Bleday could still homer, and Canning still has a good game.
I hope JJ Bleday just homers in the 8th. That would be a lot cooler.
Or a solo shot. You can live with a solo shot. You know what I mean? Worst
but I'd rather
scenario.
him just if I'm just hoping for hypotheticals here, I hope he hits it off the fucking bullpen. Sure. By the way, Candelario, Cruz, Bleday is plus 12,300 on FanDuel. So a $10 bet will win you $1,200.
I'm locking it in right now, baby.
But no, for Canning, look, 6,100 just isn't the correct price tag here. He's too cheap. Is he good? No, he's like a perfectly average pitcher. 20% K rate to lefties over the past year and a half, 23 to righties, 180, 190 x ISO. Does he have some homer problems? Yeah. Is it going to be tough for Bleday, Brent Rooker, and Langoliers, like, to get through those three guys without giving a dong? Probably. But at 6,100, you just need so little out of him in comparison.
That's true.
Like, my goal pitcher score today is somewhere around 25 fantasy points. But if Griffin Canning gets to like 21 or 22, you're very happy with what you have. I have him projected for 17. I think he's underowned. I really liked who just cruised against Oakland 2 days ago. Fuck, who was it?
Well, first of all, Pablo Lopez yesterday just struck out 100.
Somebody rolled through. I can't remember who it is. Somebody rolled through them on Saturday.
Was it not? Was it not Lopez? Lopez Oakland, right?
Would have been
Yesterday.
yesterday. Lopez went crazy. Oh, it was Bailey Ober. J Myth,
Over,
thank you.
yeah.
I
By
had
the
a ton
way,
of Ober. He was exceptional. There we go. That's
we're
it.
locked in. There you go. We're locked in. I'm gonna single bet these as well
Smart.
because I like them actually. I already bet Blade at 420. We'll take 500. So yeah. And by the way, one thing about Canning, because someone said he's been terrible. Yeah, listen, Griffin Canning isn't that great. There is something to be said though about the fact that he's way worse against lefties than he is against righties. Like he has a 292 WOBA against lefties or righties. Sorry, that's really not horrible. 11% swinging strike rate's fine. 122 ISO, 169 X ISO. This park plays more towards lefty power. So when you just consider all of that, and you look at Oakland, by the way, Oakland oddly much worse away from home. They don't have the type of lefties that scare you. I like Blade, but aside from that, who are you worried about from the left side of the plate?
I mean, Soderstrom has a lot of pop.
Soderstrom, but that's it, right? Like that's really all they have.
It's really interesting because like Canning's been really bad at home in comparison to on the road. His strikeout stuff has evaporated. 26% last year, 15.4 this year. You know, similar-ish sample size. Swinging strike rate down 3% since last year. Sierra up a full run. It hasn't been going well for Griffin Canning here. That's for sure. But at 6,100, I just don't. I think you have got a lot of wiggle room.
I'm with you. Hey, let's talk some bats here. Unless there's any other pitching that you want to talk about, I can tell you right now my exposures at this time of day: Peralta, Reagans. I do have some Matt Waldron, by the way.
I have one share.
Okay, I do have some Waldron and a little bit of Justin Steele as well. 15% Crochet, so I'm essentially neutral to the field. I know you said you're a little over. Yeah. I have a lot of Freddie Peralta right now. That could end very poorly. But I don't want you guys to think we're just glossing over this. There's just a lot of pitching spots you're not going to get to. Like, I don't think you're paying a premium for Chris Bassett, Spencer Howard, Schwellenbacher, Nitzel. You're not playing like Paxton, Spears in Great American, Luis Medina. There's just not a ton there. You're not playing Munoz, Bailey Falter, Corbin.
No.
I don't
love
Lorenzen. Milwaukee's crushed righties this year. I really don't like Michael Lorenzen here.
No.
There's not much.
There really isn't. I mean, I only have 5 pitchers, and one of them is Waldron in one lineup and Cole Reagans in 2. It's Peralta in 82. It's Canning in 76. It's Crochet in 36. They're making up all but, 6% of my exposure. Now I'll limit some of that as we get closer to lock, but just the extremes are telling me one specific thing, which is play Freddie Peralta and play Griffin Canning.
If you guys did want to check the Sims out, link in the description and in chat. Check this out, brother. So we got 2 tweets that came in yesterday.
I know somebody did pretty well in golf.
My God. Dude, James Roach. Thank you, Stochastic. Finally won a big tournament. Couldn't have done it without Stochastic. $200,000 in the summer sand trap. Yeah. Stochastic Sims, baby, for PGA coming through in a massive way. Also, I actually texted you the other day. It's like this Aaron, I don't know him. I want to talk to him. This Aaron Costa, constantly, like almost Sean Geezy on steroids at this point. I feel like every time I look at a contest, that Aaron Costa Stochastic avatar is up there. Shout out to Stochastic HOF, 50K in the relay throw. I remember seeing that the other day. That was Saturday. And just an absolute dominant performance. He was all across the leaderboard. Hicks is down there in 6th too. He crushes with the avatar as well. Yeah. Using the Sims every single day. I mean, look, if that's not, you guys already know how they work because Josh and I discuss it every day. It's part of the process of us doing the show and building our own lineups. If that's not enough of an endorsement, an unsolicited ringing endorsement right there, it's these fellas taking down a combined $250,000 over the weekend. You know what I mean?
These guys, man, I love seeing it.
Weekend.
Me too.
Love seeing it. Yeah. And guys, if you're not rocking the Stochastic avatar, stochastic.com/HOF, we got 6 different avatars. Use one, use it wherever it is you play. Finish top 3 in a field of 5,000 or more. That's all you got to do. Could be the nickel, the quarter arcade, the mini, it doesn't matter. Finish top 3, field of 5,000 or more. Get a free month of The Sims, $200 value. If you win twice, silver tier, like Jacob Roach did, not that he needs it, but you're getting a free month of Sims plus a free week of any other Sims. If you win 3 times within a calendar year, by the way, this isn't just like, oh, you have to win 3 times in a month. No, then you're getting all access monthly, $550 value, and a sweet Stochastic ring in a display case engraved with your achievement to commemorate the win for any win above 20K. So yes, some really cool stuff going on. Take advantage of it. If you want to check out The Sims without having to win something because you want to win more, go in the description or in the chat and you'll see it right there, baby. You can do a week or a month, however you want to play it, or just check out the lineup generator as well. Another great tool at a great entry point. All right. So bats here, we don't really need to spend much more time on KC, right? Like
No.
It's my highest exposed stack. I have a ton of Bobby Witt. I said to you at the top of the show, I'm willing to kind of live and die by this today. If they suck, they suck, but the spot's too good for me to just think that I'm smarter than what the tools are giving me right now.
They look fantastic. So they're not my number 1 team, though.
Allow me to guess.
Shouldn't be hard.
Against a popular or unpopular pitcher, at least give me that.
Unpopular.
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're my most exposed team. Granted, I have 3 different guys in this lineup that aren't in ours, which are the lefties against Spires, which is O'Neill, Cruz, Rowdy Tellez, and Jack Sawinski. I would be shocked if those 3 guys, who are 3 of their best hitters, aren't in this lineup. They look incredible here. Park plays up power in a big way to lefties. 127 Park factor. That's great for Cruz. That's great for Tellez. That's great for Sawinski. These are all guys that I think stand out. Brian Reynolds in particular as well at 4,500. This is the best team you can get to today. Second in top stack, second in top value, second in ownership, but 12.5% stack score, 10% ownership. This will be the team that I have the most of, and this is the reason that I wanted O'Neill Cruz in the homer prop.
I figured, and you had Jack Sawinski for the other one as well.
Yeah.
So we have the 2 highest. We're both in lockstep as far as our highest exposed stacks go,
Yeah.
but they're flipped.
Yeah.
Kansas City, by far the highest for me. Pittsburgh, by far the second highest for me. Like my stack exposure made up big time of these 2 teams today. Then I get to Cincinnati against Bailey Falter. I have no qualms with that whatsoever. I like that spot quite a bit against Bailey Falter in Cincinnati today. We already know that this park plays to power. Like this quite a bit. Some good power righty bats in this. 86 degrees at first pitch. So both sides of this game to me, Josh, play pretty heavily into what I'm doing right now. 9.5 run total in this game. I like all of that. Beyond that, though,
yeah,
what are the moves here? Like you got Atlanta against Lance Lynn, Boston
that's
against
the one.
What?
You got it already. Atlanta
against Lance Lynn. Yeah.
93 degrees at first pitch in St. Louis. Lance Lynn this year, 165 x ISO to lefties, 169 to righties. If you add in last year, 208 to lefties, 186 to righties.
Yeah, he's really limited power this year, oddly enough.
For him, yeah. But even still, 170 is still like, okay, that's still a good spot for Atlanta. Now, it does neutralize righty power a lot, but Kelenic, lefty, Albies, lefty, Olsen, lefty. They got enough at the top. And then guys like Austin Riley and Sean Murphy, Adam Duvall. I mean, these guys can hit a home run off of a righty and even in a bad park, and it's not going to be too crazy. I love the weather. I love the matchup. And I love the fact that for Atlanta, not really pulling all that much ownership. Marcell Ozuna, I mean, granted he's 6K, but 3% owned. That seems like a cheap home run if you want to try to get it.
Absolutely. What about LA? What about the Angels against Luis Medina? Any interest in that? Any thoughts on that?
I have more of the A's side, oddly enough.
I don't think that's
even
crazy.
Again, in the lineups where I don't have Canning, I am getting to some A's, but I don't really have much of the Angels. We have them 10th in top stack, 5th in top value. I have it 9th and 5th. Probably just pulling a little bit more ownership than I thought they would be.
The only one that's kind of wild to me is that the Dodgers are third in top stack probability. And I get it because it's the Dodgers, or sorry, fourth.
Yeah. So
they're amazing.
I'm in complete disagreement here.
Yeah, they crush lefties, but Garrett Crochet has been, I mean, he's been as close to elite as you get.
I have them 11th in top stack at 3.5%. We have it at 7.8. I don't think it's possible for the Dodgers to project as the fourth best stack today against Crochet. They have a 4.4 run implied total. That's below Cincy, Pittsburgh, Red Sox, Royals, Padres. Like, they're not fourth. They're not fourth.
That'll change. The highest totals right now, Royals, Reds, and Pittsburgh. I
think the Dodgers are like the worst team you could roster today.
Are their prices adjusted for the matchup at all?
6,600 to Ohtani, which is what it should be. 5,300 Will Smith, 5,800 Freeman, 5,500 Teoscar. These guys are too expensive at the top.
There's one other spot that we have to talk about. This is somebody who's actually been at times okay. Patrick Corbin's a weird one because when Patrick Corbin doesn't get rocked, it's just like you kind of just chalk it up as, all right, you know, on to the next one. When he does get hit, he gives up power in bunches, right? Like you look at, just do me a favor, pull up his game log if you have a second, because there's something interesting here. You look at his last 5 starts, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 7 Ks. Really nice start, right? Detroit, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 1 earned, 4 Ks, no homers. And then Cleveland, 6 innings, 2 earned, but still against Cleveland, that's a perfectly reasonable start. Walked a few, but fine, quality start. The other games mixed in there are like 6 innings, 3 earned, 2 homers. 2 homers. Mets, 6 innings or 6 runs, 3 homers, 3 strikeouts. So when he gets tagged, he just, the power kind of flows in bunches. How about if you go back just 6 starts, you had the Minnesota game, 3 home runs allowed there. And then
he allowed 8 home runs in 4 starts.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But then if you were to pull up like the other 3 starts surrounding them, he allowed none and only 4 combined runs in like 17 innings. So San Diego has a 5-run implied total today.
Yeah. I have them 3rd in top stack.
They don't look bad at all.
I don't really have them as a stack. But I do have 18% of Tatis and 16% of Machado. Like, I'm getting to the 2 big power bats.
But here's the other thing. They can load righties with pop.
125 park factor to righties in this park.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know it plays down the lefties. I didn't know it was 125 for righties.
101 to lefties.
Still a pretty big difference between lefty and righty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is an exceptional spot for Tatis and Machado.
And they can jam, 7 righties in this lineup.
So I'm sure Higashioka will be the guy that homers.
Yeah. Well, either way, I didn't want to sleep on that San Diego spot. I think it actually looks pretty good because if Corbin has one of those bad games, you know that it's probably going to come by way of the home run. That's all I care about.
I don't think it's conceivable in any way to say that the Dodgers look like a better stack than the Padres today.
I'm with you 1,000%.
The Padres with a higher implied total taking on Pat Corbin, or the Dodgers with a lower implied total taking on Garrett Crochet. I mean, this isn't even a discussion.
No, you just need, I'm not saying it's necessary, but you need Tatis back in the lineup for this stack to look.
Oh, that's a completely different story if he's not there.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, if he's back, that makes a big difference. They've dealt with a decent amount of injuries. Bogarts has been out for over a month. God, if this whole team was healthy, they would look really good against Corbin.
Yeah, they already do.
Good. They already do. Yeah. Well, one way or another, we need a Manny Machado home run for this parlay.
Sure do. I need one for money because I'm using 18% of my shit.
Is he?
Yeah.
I like this slate.
So do I.
Quite a bit.
Actually, one last thing. By all accounts, we're not going to have a single bit of weather anywhere. It looks completely perfect.
If anything, the only weather is that there's some really, really hitter-friendly weather in some of these spots today.
Yeah, I mean, 86 in Cincinnati, 93 in St. Louis, 98 in Kansas City.
I know.
Even 80 in Los Angeles is still at 10 o'clock is still high. It's 80 in San Francisco. Like, it looks good. No, so I don't know why I just said it's 80 in San Francisco. It's 60 in San Francisco.
Either way, 10-mile-per-hour winds blowing out at Kaufman Stadium with 98 degrees at first pitch.
Yeah. 2-1.
Nuts. Nuts.
Actually,
Man,
let's Kansas City.
that Bay Area stays chilly, man. 57.
Kansas City's alternate run total. You want to take a guess at what over 9.5 pays?
All right. So, well, give me this. I assume 5.5 is the standard line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
9.5 plus 310.
520.
Okay. Yeah. I got a little bit ahead of myself there.
8.5 is 350.
Okay. So that one run makes a big difference there.
Yeah. So you're looking at like, 15, 16% chance of going 10 plus. It's around where the
10,
top stack odds.
And yeah, I was going to say, if they go 10 plus, there's a damn good chance that they're the team you need.
Yeah. Oh, here's what last thing I want to look at before we do this. I want to look at the Dodgers' chances of doing that and the Padres' chances of doing that. Because I think that would be an interesting discussion point given what we're seeing in the data.
Okay, yeah, sure. What you want to look at alt team total for Dodgers?
Yeah. The Dodgers alt team total to go over 9.5 is plus 900.
Wow, big difference.
The Padres alt run total to go over 9.5 plus 1060.
Really?
I did not see that coming.
Really?
8.5 is plus 750. 8.5 for the Dodgers is plus 600. It is more likely for the Dodgers to go extreme up than it is for the Padres.
Wow. What's the Royals again? Plus 5 what?
It was plus 320 or something stupid.
No,
right?
I was off on that. I think it was like 520 or something.
520, yes.
All right, so that's a 16% implied odds that they go for 10 runs. And obviously we're using 10 runs as an arbitrary number, but we know in baseball that if a team scores 10 runs, you want them.
Yeah.
10% chance for the Dodgers, 10% implied odds, 8.6% implied probability for the Padres at 1060. Very interesting. Pull up
Curious
the Reds
to see if by the time we get to lock, we see the lines move a little bit. Like the game total is recalibrates.
Pull up Reds Pirates alt totals. That's an interesting one. Both of them in the same game. That total moved to 10, by the way.
Pittsburgh alt total over 9.5 is plus 680.
Okay, so that gives us 12.8% implied odds. So that's second to Kansas City.
Yeah, which I love.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, that was Pittsburgh.
And yeah, what's Cincinnati?
870.
10.3%. So they're essentially in line with the Dodgers there.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just using Vegas odds on the alt totals, Kansas City, forget about ownership and like whatever. Kansas City and Pittsburgh clearly look the best from that perspective.
Yeah. No doubt there.
Interesting.
Just out of curiosity, what's Atlanta at? Just given that weather. Plus 900.
So Dodgers, Cincy, same thing.
Yeah. But that's kind of interesting to me. Braves are 7th in ownership. That maybe like a little underrepresented. They're 7% top stack, but we're showing like a 10% chance of going north of 10 runs. Maybe a little bit
Right.
underrepresented there for Atlanta.
Man, I think Kansas City's top stack probability might be even higher than we have it.
I mean, it is for me. Like, I think they're a little underowned.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting to them even at the top. Like, I haven't I haven't really been getting that sort of chalk as of late, but I think they just look so good to start off the day. And with me having so much Griffin Canning, I could roster whatever bats I want.
Right.
Good show.
It is. I was just seeing if there was anything else we didn't hit on, but we got our homer parlay in. We hit pitchers, we hit stacks. As always, if you're not on Underdog yet, great bonus over there. Best place to play for pick'em, best ball, daily drafts, literally everything. It's a one-stop shop for everything if you love sports and you like making money on it. Link in the description and chat. $250 first match deposit bonus, 50% match, instant bonus, drops straight into your account. It's really good. I love playing over there. I can't do pick'em on Underdog because I'm in PA, but I do everything else. I live there in the summer and
Yeah.
through like football season and stuff, It's great. Check it out. But aside from that, I think we covered everything, man.
It's a good show.
Tomorrow's my last show with you until you return from.
Yeah, till July.
Yeah. What are you on? 2 weeks, 12 days?
I'll be back on the 8th of July.
Oh, that's a heck of a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm wrong. I'll be back my first day back will be the 10th of July.
Wow. Hopefully you're not flying in a Boeing.
I hope we are.
You want to crash?
If I crash on the Lost Island, I would be as happy as anyone ever in the history of the world.
No, you're going to be like Malaysia flight 380 or whatever it was. They just never find
370.
you. 370. What was it?
Yeah,
MH 370 or something?
I want to be on the Lost Island so bad. Would be the greatest thing ever.
Garbage show.
Yeah, but the island is awesome.
I'm kidding. I actually never even watched Lost.
Of course you didn't. Too busy listening to 98 Degrees.
I've been watching 6 Feet Under though. I never watched that before. I feel like I'd seen
It's on my
everything.
short list right now of our next show to watch.
It was just odd because when it came out, I was too young to care about those like legit family drama type. You know what I mean? Coming out like late 90s. The Wire, yes. Goodfellas, or I'm sorry, Sopranos, yes. All that stuff back then. I even watched True Blood, I think, with Justine when I first met her. So some things that I'm not so proud of. Point being, watched a lot of stuff on HBO. Never watched 6 Feet Under, but I'm older now. And I was like, yeah, this actually could be good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Well, for good things.
I'm gonna watch season 3 of Mayor of Kingstown too, because I watched the first 2.
Renner, right? I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with Renner.
Really?
No, he sucks at everything.
As a person, he annoys the hell out of me, but as an actor, I love it, man. Wind River.
Oh, it's weird. I like him more as a person now that he was like a hero and worked his life back to not die.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you do the same though?
No, I would rot away and never do anything again if I were him. I
Wind
already have
River.
enough money. Why would I work that hard? I would
Wind
retire
River,
after that.
Hold on. Wind River, phenomenal movie. The Hurt Locker, phenomenal movie. He's done he's done some great movies.
Yeah, but he's not good.
Why not? I think he's pretty good.
I mean, he's like the lamest superhero.
I don't watch superhero movies, so I'm good.
Yeah, so he's got a bow and arrow like a dork.
Yo, Robert Downey Jr. is my guy, though.
Pew.
Everything
Robert Downey. Fuck.
Tell me Robert Downey Jr. is not the man in everything he does. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Very good.
Best.
Yeah, I'm not a big Renner guy. I've been out on Renner since they gave him a Bourne movie that he didn't deserve.
See, like I don't watch those I don't like action movies really. I don't see those movies. So I don't even know.
How do you not like the Bourne movies?
They're fine, but I would never go out of my way to watch them.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think Renner's ever been in anything good.
Oh, shut
Like,
up, man.
I like The Rival. I don't like it because of him.
I'm telling you, Wind River's awesome.
Eh.
Really good.
I do like Elizabeth Olsen.
Wind River is one of my favorite movies. That came out around the same time as Hell or High Water, which I think is my favorite movie, like ever. It might actually be my favorite movie. And they all came out around the same time. The King with Timothy Chalamet, that came out around the same year. That's another phenomenal movie. 2017-18 was like the last bastion of hope for good movies. I don't care. And now they're all shit. Everything that comes out now is terrible. Yeah. I'm very cynical now when it comes to movies, man. Movies suck now.
Stop watching Jeremy Renner movies and you're going to be fine.
I don't know why you have such hatred towards the man and his film career. The Hurt Locker was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
You probably never even saw it.
Hurt Locker? Of course I've seen Hurt Locker. That's like an actual good movie.
I know.
But it's not because of Jeremy Renner. It's just a good movie.
He's better than you think. Oh, thank you, Anthony. I knew we were missing one, Anthony Davis. Another amazing Jeremy Renner movie, The Town.
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Jeremy Renner was awesome in that.
He was a loser.
What are you talking about?
I wish he died in the first 2 seconds of that movie.
Yeah, I mean, he was a problem, but he was great. The fact that you wanted him to you're okay. Now this is just some Josh, contrarianism, forced contrarianism.
Give me Ben Affleck in that movie, awesome. Give me Blake Lively in that movie, awesome. Give me John Hamm in that movie, not an awesome accent. Movie. Yeah. I'd like to make a personal movie with Blake Lively.
Was John Hamm the FBI agent or whoever it was? Was it John Hamm? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a fan of the Hamm Meister.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the Jeremy Renner Meister.
John Hamm was in Bridesmaids, matter of fact.
He was indeed.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner was in National Lampoon's Senior Trip. I don't remember that, but I remember it when I look at the screenshots.
Yeah, I can't say I saw that one.
I mean, really? Yeah, what were you watching in like 1997 to make you laugh?
Wait, that was 1997?
Well, no, it was 1995, but I figured, you didn't see it when you were 6.
Which one is it?
National Lampoon's Senior Trip.
I don't think I've seen that one. Like Van Wilder's National Lampoons, right?
It is.
And that was that Ryan Reynolds that played that?
It was.
The new one?
It was. And Keck from Real World Hawaii.
Oh.
And Tara Reid.
Yeah, she fell off.
Prime Tara Reid, too.
Yeah, she fell off quick.
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
The run was longer than it seems.
Can I tell you which one saddens me the most? I used to think was so hot. I loved, and it was like
Brittany Murphy.
Age. Yeah, well, he didn't fall off. The one that
not Cillian Murphy, Brittany Murphy.
Oh, I thought you said Eddie Murphy. I thought you were making a joke.
No, Brittany Murphy. Yeah, blonde gal from 8 Mile that died.
I never too interested in her.
Well, I was guessing because she's dead.
She died
15 years ago.
Oh.
It was a tragedy.
I didn't even know she was sick. Amanda Bynes. That one breaks my heart.
You could have her now if you want to.
Dude,
you've never had a better chance to get with Amanda Bynes than you do right now, brother.
I know. That breaks my heart.
I bet it breaks her parents' heart.
It saddens me. Tell me, I mean, you want to talk about a precipitous decline. I was a fan.
Yeah. She's a slightly different human now.
Yeah. Sad. Man, Anthony Davis said Jennifer Love Hewitt. What was the Jennifer Love Hewitt? Yeah, she was great.
I mean, she was never any better than the Enrique Iglesias hero video.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Of course, you like Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah, first of all, that song is a banger. Don't
That is a good song. I'll
don't
give you
pull any
that.
shit. And she is crazy hot in that video.
SportsWiz said he'd still hit come on, dude.
Jennifer Love Hewitt is like a permanent girl next door.
I loved her.
She still looks just as hot as she always has.
Really? She never changed?
No, she's still smoking hot. She just looks like a 50-year-old version of herself. She's 45. Okay. Yeah, she's still hot.
She looks 50. Oh, she's 45.
I just assumed she was 50 because I'm 40. I didn't realize she was only 5 years older than me.
Can't Hardly Wait Jennifer Love Hewitt was prime.
I mean, that's as good as it gets.
Remember Can't Hardly Wait Jennifer Love Hewitt? I mean, that was...
Dude, I could recite that entire movie from memory.
Yeah, that was... Oh, man. Anyway. I guess it's time to go.
I might go watch Can't Hardly Wait right now.
Hey, appreciate you guys hanging out. As always, fun show. Alvaro Killer said Black Hawk Down is way greater than Hurt Locker. Why do you have to compare, brother? Jeremy Renner wasn't in Black Hawk Down, was he?
No, it's Josh Hartnett, isn't it?
I'm saying that. Why are we comparing? Oh, how about I got a Josh Hartnett movie for you? Do you remember?
Yes, 40 Days and 40 Nights.
That's not where I was going, but that's a great one. I got another obscure one for you. Do you remember The Faculty?
Yeah.
You do? With the aliens in the school?
It's one of my least favorite movies ever.
It was so dumb, but I think I've seen it 10 times.
I've seen it a million times, but
like, remember
Usher's in that.
He was cooking up essentially speed, and he was selling speed. Remember he tested her and she went to do it, and she used that like long alien nail to flick it out the bottom.
I couldn't watch it because at the end, when they're running behind the bleachers, the dude gets trapped and he shoots all of the fucking alien things into Elijah Wood's face. Like I could never, I always had to turn the movie off at that point.
Oh, by the way, one more movie recommendation for anybody out there that wants to see it. Speaking of Elijah Wood, if you haven't seen it yet, one of my favorite movies ever, Green Street Hooligans, is one of the finest flicks to ever grace the screen. I don't know if it was ever even on the big screen, but it's so good. It's so good. I cried in it. It's so good. Why do you shake your head?
You cried?
At the end? Oh my God, dude. That was so sad. The song. I'll never forget that song either. Super sad song. Really good. Also a movie called A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints. Oh, I watched the Peanut Butter Falcon. Did you watch that?
No.
Oh, it was so good. It was such a good feel-good movie. I loved it. Shia LaBeouf, what an underrated talent he is. I don't care what anybody says. Big fan. He went a little loony for a moment there after Trump got elected. That's okay. We all make mistakes. He lost it a bit. But he's back. And by God,
did you really relate to his co-star in that movie?
He makes some good movies. Go watch those. Come back. Hit me up. Peanut Butter Falcon, Green Street Hooligans. A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, by the way. Shia LaBeouf, Channing Tatum. That's an old school obscure one that you guys probably never saw. Doing you some favors here. Thank me in advance. Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
I am. Anyway.
No, you're not.
How do we still have 200 people watching? Thanks, guys. Anything else before we go?
No. If you're going to keep giving out god-awful movie takes.
They're not bad movies. What are you talking about? You don't like the Green Street Hooligans?
Eh.
You're a moron, man. You're doing this intentionally. I bet you have it on DVD. And
I haven't seen it since the day I saw it 20 years ago.
Sad. The Good Son was a crazy movie. That was Macaulay Culkin as well.
Yeah, Green Street Hooligans, Rotten Tomatoes user score does very well, 87.
Good, because critic scores are garbage. Anyone
I
who
agree.
uses I had a big argument with someone about this once. Then we can go. Anybody who uses critic scores to judge whether or not to watch a movie is doing themselves a massive disservice.
Maybe they're just big critic fans.
Who is a fan of movie critics?
Sounds like not you.
I should be. I'm better than all those people.
You should be a movie critic?
I mean, I really am. I'd say I'm a, unofficial movie critic. And my takes are essentially infallible at this point.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't lead people astray when it comes to movies.
Well, start posting your takes. You know how to make content.
I do all the time on Twitter, and people thank me profusely for it.
All I see is just like, I can't believe Laffy had the nerve to recommend that movie again.
It's never happened. Matter of fact, somebody tweeted me yesterday, said, anything good you're watching lately? Just out of the blue. Because I'm a man of the people, and I try to help. All right. Follow Josh Engleman at the, I couldn't think of a good handle to shit on you with. At Josh Engleman, me at Laffy_D. You and I will be back one more time tomorrow before you head off. Then I'll probably be with Matt Bellman for a while. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Jordan Klein, man. We went a little long today, but what are you gonna do? All right, live before lock tonight. Tomorrow, doing some betting takes. You should come hang out with us. It's totally free, by the way. Like, it's just free. It's an awesome platform. We hang out there and do shows there all the time. Put together some parlays, Josh. Dinger Tuesday.
Oh, tomorrow? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, we got Dinger Tuesday. Caesars has the 2-ticket boost, the 225% boost. DraftKings has a boost. I think I think they all do it for Tuesday. So we should just build out cards for each one of them and use odds.
We'll absolutely do that.
All right. Awesome. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.